From the sweltering Mediterranean. I'm Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. Great to be with you all. 6 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock where I am. Let's get into the show big time. Okay everyone, it's fantastic to be with you all. I am running on my 4G, so fingers crossed that it doesn't let us down. Hopefully you can see me, you can hear me. I will say right now, here I have a fan running because it is sweltering, there's no breeze, and I feel like I'm melting. I've actually blocked myself in a corner so that I can be outside talking to you guys, but still try and get a bit of shade from the sun. So welcome to the channel. Elaine's going to kindly tell me shortly if the fan is making too much noise. I know on Monday's show it was too noisy, we had to turn it off, so hopefully this time it's working okay. Fantastic, I've got a thumbs up. That makes me really happy. On with the show. Now, as always, can I ask you to like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button. Have a strong Bitcoin hand, people. That is the name of the game. Down here in the Mediterranean, have a strong Bitcoin hand. Now, before we get into this, on Monday, I tried to show you all where we're staying with my iPhone connected, and I tried to pan it round, and it was a little bit of a mess up. Welcome, Andy. Welcome, Casso. I can see you guys in there. Elaine, Buffy's in there. Great, fantastic. What I've done is I've just thrown a quick 1-minute video together just to give you guys an idea of the beauty of the place that we're staying in. It's a resort sat right up, almost up a mountain, panoramic views all over Gibraltar and the mountains. Take a quick look at this before we get started. So we're really high up on this resort, right up in the mountains in Estepona in Spain. One of the top apartments, panoramic views everywhere, as you can see. Great big hotel complex there. There's a road leading up to the resort. Really is magnificent. The views are spectacular all the way around this complex, as you'll see in a while when I take you out the back of the complex. But massive patios, mountain there, obviously lots of properties nestled down below us in the trees. Again, like I say, absolutely breathtaking. They've all got swimming pools. You couldn't wish for a better venue in terms of, you know, unbroken views. This is the back. Obviously, you can see the Mediterranean there, and over in the corner there, you can see the Rock of Gibraltar. I think it comes up a bit better shortly. But, you know, just stunning panoramic views all the way around. Yep, there's Gibraltar again. There's one of the main motorways that runs way down below us. So, absolutely fabulous venue. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. If it bored you, I apologise, but I just wanted to share with you all what a beautiful part of the world we're having a holiday or a vacation in. Absolutely superb. Goes without saying, guys, if you like this video, share it. Like I've already said, subscribe, bash the bell button. Follow me on Twitter at UK Bitcoin Master. This is also, it will go up on Steemit a bit later, again at UK Bitcoin Master, and all the other platforms you'll catch me on, from Bit.Tube, DTube, BitBacker.io. I am UK Bitcoin Master. Now, apologies for the shadows across my face. Absolutely nothing I can do with that if I'm going to get this lovely backdrop behind me. Before we get into the show in earnest, a quick disclaimer as always: I don't give financial advice, so don't take anything I say as financial advice. It is just me being enthusiastic with what I've learned about Bitcoin in the 2 years that I've been involved. You can also check out my archive, all the videos I've ever done at UK Bitcoin Master. Sorry, I'm looking down, but I'm looking where I've got to click next. All the videos I've ever done. There is going to be another website coming soon that will give you the option to just go and watch all of the live interviews that I've done. I've only done a handful to date, but I'm loving doing them, loving having the guests. Got an absolute corker on a week from today. You will not want to miss next week's guest. He's monstrous in the space. And boy, what he doesn't know about Bitcoin, maximalist, all the rest, you won't want to miss it. And I'll announce that on Monday. And finally, if you fancy donating a tiny tip to the cause, if you've got a TippinMe account, you can do that. You can send a few sats or a few satoshis, as we call them. You know, literally, it can be a couple of pennies, but you don't have to. You know, some people have said, how do I tip you? How do I make a donation to the channel? Well, there you are. If you also check out the notes section below, there are links there to buy t-shirts. I love this Run BTC. There are links there to register with Coinbase or LocalBitcoins, all my previous shows, links to all what I'm going to talk about on this show today. There's all the links that are down there, so do check out the note sections below. So let's get into the show in earnest, and I've picked up a few articles to talk to you about. Firstly, if you haven't heard about this, you must be under a rock. Hackers have hacked Binance, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. 7,000 Bitcoins hacked and taken. Let's just scroll down here. I think I highlighted somewhere, but it might have disappeared there. Yeah, it has. I think if I can find it, yeah, here we go. Look at this. According to the exchange, there was one affected transaction wherein hackers were able to withdraw 7,000 Bitcoins worth over 40.7 million. Now, what do I keep saying on all of my channels, guys? Do not leave your coins on an exchange because they will get hacked. And here's another case in point of an exchange getting hacked. And if this is you in the future and you've worked really, really hard to accumulate Bitcoin and you leave it on an exchange, even one as big as Binance, you stand to lose your fortune. It's not just yours. If you've got children and grandchildren and you want to give them an incredible future, you stand to lose that as well, which is why I've said, and I'll say again and I'll keep saying, buy the coins. Probably Coinbase is your best bet. Get them off Coinbase, send them straight to a Trezor hardware device. Keep your seed word really, really safe. Lock your Trezor away safe in a safe or somewhere in a bank vault or something, and then get on with your life. And this type of thing will not affect you. It can't affect you. It can only affect you if you have coins on an exchange. So by using the Trezor hardware device, you cannot lose your Bitcoin through a hack. You can only lose it by being reckless with your private keys. So there's a case in point of a major exchange being hacked. So just pay heed to what us content creators are saying, please. Here's another bit of research. Investors prefer to keep their Bitcoin on decentralized wallets over exchanges. So they're learning. People are learning that exchanges aren't safe. And this is great. This is just to highlight that we're getting the word out there. And if you're not paying heed, I can only say shame on you, and I hope you don't lose yours and your children's futures. Incessant hacks of crypto exchanges have driven crypto investors to find new ways of keeping their crypto safe. And as it seems, some users have found solace in decentralized wallets, and they have no plan of turning the digital asset platforms who offer custodial wallets for storing their currencies. Now, there are lots of decentralized exchanges popping up, and they're safer than centralized exchanges. But what you really want is cold storage. You know, get it off an exchange and get it onto the Trezor hardware device. Honestly, you really can't go wrong if you do that. That's what this is really saying and underpinning what I'm saying. Let's now look a little bit of FUD from the old school. Okay, Charlie Munger. Many of you, if you're new into Bitcoin, won't have a clue who he is. But he's one of the partners of Berkshire Hathaway with Warren Buffett, one of the most successful financial investors of all time. And both Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett are very negative on Bitcoin because they're very old-fashioned, set in their ways, buy stocks in companies, and they simply refuse to look into cryptocurrencies as the future. So we're calling them old dinosaurs, old fossils that won't change. And if you want to survive in this changing world, you need to change with that world. Look at one of the things he said amongst all of it. And I think the people who are professional traders that go into trading cryptocurrencies, it is just disgusting. It is like somebody else is trading turds and you decide I can't be left out. What a stupid, pathetic thing to come out with. Trading turds. I mean, what the hell is the guy talking about? Bitcoin is 10 years old. It is doing around 100 billion in, business, and it's just in its infancy stages, and he's calling it dog turd because he point blank refuses to learn to get his head round it. And all I can say is people like Charlie Munger, Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan's opening his mind to it a bit now, but Warren Buffett, Peter Schiff from Gold, all these types of people, they point blank refuse, and they're simply going to miss out on this phenomenal new world that's coming. So do not buy into what they say in the mainstream media because they have not got a clue. Here's another article. Alleged multi-billion-dollar pyramid scheme, Onecoin, sued by former investor. Now, why have I brought this up? Not to go into the text around it, but just to elaborate, if you will, on what I spoke about previously. And that is that Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Ponzi schemes, pyramid scams that run off with your money, trading schemes, don't touch them. Buy Bitcoin as if you're investing in stocks and shares. You are buying an investment. Yes, you take a risk whether it goes up or whether it goes down, but you are investing. If you go into Onecoin or these types of scams, there was another one recently that got shut down. It's gone from my head now. It was a scam. You see these articles come up down the side of Facebook or whatever saying, put 250 quid in and you'll make hundreds and thousands. Just stay away. The best advice, buy Bitcoin because you're holding a store of value. You're holding something that you own. When you go into one of these schemes, they're Ponzi schemes, and you will lose your money, guys. So this is really to highlight that they're out there. And people say to me, I had a family member a couple of weeks ago call me and say, did you see that thing on Bitcoin on the news or wherever it was? And, it's negative. Like, I care? Because I don't care. I own Bitcoin. I earn the root stock. I own the store of value. I earn the rock. Strong hand, people. Buy your Bitcoin. Hold it. Do nothing with it. Wait for the halvings to come around. Watch my previous videos on the halvings. Links below. Okay? Find out what a halving is. Find out why when a halving happens, Bitcoin gets scarce. Price goes up. Not enough Bitcoins mined. People want it. There ain't enough to go round. And people pay fortunes for it, is what I'm getting at. What else? Starbucks to track coffee using Microsoft's blockchain service. Okay, I'm not interested in this, but it's just another article to highlight to you all that this cryptocurrency thing that your friends want to tell you about is not going away. It is the future, and you can either embrace the future or you can get left behind. You can either be in at the front end of one of the biggest global trends the world has ever seen by buying a little bit of Bitcoin and holding it on a Trezor, and then learning from channels like mine about how to store it safely, what all the mainstream media are that you shouldn't take any notice of. Or you can do absolutely nothing, be just like the masses, and then get fudded out of your Bitcoin. Seriously, guys, I don't care what you do for a living. Any one of us could look at our finances, look at what we spend on maybe eating out, holidays, new cars, new flat screen TVs, whatever it is, and we could reprioritize for the short term and put maybe 50, 100 quid a month out of our wages away into Bitcoin and build yourselves a savings plan. Anyone can if they really, really want to. The question is, do you want to? Do you want to be part of this revolution that is not only coming, it's on the way. It really is. So there you are, several more articles that just underpin that I am in the right place at the right time. Are you? Are you getting into the Bitcoin overlay? Are you starting to accumulate and treating it like your savings plan? Because you need to be. I want to just give a shout out to the sponsors of my show, Bitcoin to the Moon there, that I've had t-shirts from Bitcoin to the Moon. He's down in Australia. He is a supporter of the channel, justlearnbitcoin.com. Guys, if you want any type of advice, guidance, consulting services, wallet service, trading courses, they explain why you should own Bitcoin, why buy it, what is Bitcoin, who their partners are, as you can see at the bottom. You know, seriously, anything to do with wallet setup, sending coins to wrong chains, long-term storage solutions that are right for you, literally anything Bitcoin related, you really do want to be heading over to justlearnbitcoin.com, because the people that run it, I know them, fantastic people, they know their stuff. I'm massively impressed with their what we call end of life package. One of the things that's going on right now, let me just bring me back up so I can get onto the screen again. One of the things that's going on right now is, and even for me, is great. So we accumulate this Bitcoin. But what happens if, God forbid, the worst thing in the world happens and maybe I die? And I know none of us want to talk about it, but sometimes we've got to, okay? Well, if I die suddenly, I am teaching and educating Elaine, my wife, on how she how she will access our Bitcoin. But what if both of us died in one go? Well, you need someone that your descendants, your loved ones can call upon, where they have got some kind of layout set up for how they want your Bitcoin distributed amongst your loved ones in percentages of what the Bitcoin you own are. And that's what I've got with justlearnbitcoin.com. And I really do encourage you all to go and check it out. Look at, what it costs, a small fee it costs in Bitcoin, really to have peace of mind if anything were to happen to you. So cannot really, praise, justlearnbitcoin.com any higher than that. And the final thing I want to put up, as I always do, as you're starting to realize now, I am really big on quotes. I love motivational quotes, and I saw this one and thought it was great. Successful people build each other up. They motivate, inspire, and push each other. Unsuccessful people just hate, blame, and complain. Listen, I watch Bitcoin Twitter. I watch what's going on out there, and I see all the bickering and the backbiting between different, Bitcoin people, Bcash, BSV people, Ethereum people across Twitter. And you know what? It makes me sick. We can all coexist. Why do we need to slag and slant each other? I know it'll always happen. You'll never ever stop it, but it turns me off, if I'm honest. So for me, I go onto Twitter, I post what I want to post. It might be a link saying I'm going live, or I've just uploaded my video onto a platform, and I'm off. I don't constantly search it because I just see people hating on each other and I don't see any need for it. Going forward, I may be as close as one could get to a Bitcoin maximalist, where I say that probably 99% of my holdings are Bitcoin, and then a little bit on the free dividends I got from the forks. But I'm not stupid enough to have this notion that Bitcoin's going to be the only survivor. because there are going to be top tier altcoins. There's going to be innovation that comes along that we can't even dream or imagine of yet in the coming decade or so. So, you know, if somebody wants to hate on me, they can. But I am not going to bite back at them. They can say whatever they like. They can moan about my show. They can give me a thumbs down. I don't care. My job, I feel like my role on this planet in the latter years of my life is to spread this exciting word about this phenomenal new money that is Bitcoin. And anybody that wants to listen and give me a thumbs up and a re-steam and an upvote or whatever it is, great. And those that want to downvote it, great. I don't care. So if you want to leave anything negative in the comments, go do it. You know, if it's constructive, of course, I will, you know, come back and maybe, you know, say a few words on it. But I'm really not into hating. It would be so easy for me to start, you know, doing shows about Bcash and the King of the Trolls and, you know, all this fake Toshi and the rest of it, but I'm not going to. I just want to talk twice a week for 20 minutes or so on the passion that is Bitcoin and why it's rejuvenated me, my life. I can't stop thinking about it everywhere I go. We're on holiday. We've got builders down below, or painters and decorators. You know, I was chatting to those guys when we were on our way to the swimming pool, and now they've been on and started watching some of my videos and asking me questions. So it's so easy to say to somebody now, hey, listen, what do you know about Bitcoin? You know, how would you like to bought Amazon or Google stocks 20 years ago? Well, how would you like that opportunity again? Go and watch ukbitcoinmaster.com. I love it. There's nothing to come back to me. I don't get anything out of it. You know, I'm not saying it to pitch them so I make money. I just want to spread the word, and I absolutely love it. So, guys, that is my final show from down here in the Mediterranean. We are literally about a quarter of a mile from the Med, up in the mountains. It is magnificent. I've had a fantastic holiday. We've got a couple more days to go. But on Monday, I'll be back at home. And I'll have my normal Bitcoin for Beginners show on Monday. I'll then be announcing this epic, and I mean epic, guest for next Thursday. So you don't want to miss that. So finally, thanks for watching. Do leave a comment below if you're watching this on catch up. You know, down in the right hand corner, you can hit the subscribe button, like this, share it, bash the bell button so you get notified when I go live. It's always twice a week, Monday and a Thursday, around 6 p.m. UK time. Follow me across all those platforms, be it Twitter, Bit.Tube, DTube, Steemit. Give us an upvote and a re-steam. Do everything. Check out the notes section below, guys. It's all down there, everything you need. Thanks for your support, guys. I can see the chat rolling up, but I haven't been able to concentrate on it. But until the next time on Monday, have yourselves a fantastic Bitcoin evening if you're over here in Europe. Rest of your day if you're over there in the States. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you all on Monday. Cheers, everyone, from Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. I am down and out, signing off for a beer. Cheerio.